Welcome back to part 2 of the craziness that we had from part 1. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. There's the link. And then let's resume about halfway through from that madness.
Don't know. This one. I think maybe Lord of the Rings against Mordor. Do they do these? If they're like sowing some wild oats, or in the farms they're doing a big hay cut, side shuffle with pile of press. Oh, there's so much stuff. It's so nerve-wracking. Like, it's at pure chaos the whole time. Hip flexor drives into an A position, back to this, whilst having a banded tug into, I don't know, obviously tugging to the left, so it's creating instability on that right hip, hoping that your glute or your adductors going to be working hard to stay there, and so you, oh dear. She's having fun. She's having fun. That's all we can say. Oh, yep. I guess you want to call it a plyometric push-up and hang and catch and thing. Oh, these are ridiculous. What are you doing, mate? Oh. Alright, we're going to get to 30 seconds, then we're going to stop for 2 seconds, are we? I don't know. Learn and digest. Alright, the hang, and then let's move those again. So hang. I don't know what's happening. Alright, I've heard of these. This press out is called something, but I can't quite remember what it's called. But it's pretty popular within shot put, javelin, hammer throw, that kind of thing. They will tend to do this press out, because when you throw, your weight goes backwards and you are exerting force there, so there's this kind of recoil effect when you're throwing a physical object, and that gets done when we're doing on those, that kind of, that position a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's just nuts, isn't it? That's nuts. That's nuts. I mean, that's just a handstand, isn't it? That's the best one they've done. So Zercha. I didn't know the ball was going to get thrown at her. I mean, if she falls over, it's funny, isn't it? Let's look at the guys in the back. Yeah, that guy, old Sean Dyche at the back there, doesn't know what's going on. Ball comes in, boom! Tries to knock her off. Doesn't succeed. Oh dear. Throwing the Swiss ball, one of the most useless pieces of equipment you could ever find, which is great. And then if we decide to join the circus whilst being a waitress, we know we will be able to balance on that ball and serve our plates and passing it from side to side. Lovely. And then when somebody doesn't give us a tip, bush, that's what happens. Back with the hula hoop, of course. On the double, just in case you couldn't imagine a setup with more useless piece of equipment in your life, could you? Really? Weighted hula hoop, 2 Bosu balls, 2 boxes for box jumps. There's nothing wrong with box jumps, they're just done badly. No need for it to be that high, is there? Could have done it on the safer bit, on the 20s, but that's fine. Just why it's more extreme if we go up. Of course, it's the survivor, Eye of the Tiger. Of course, it is. Oh, we have some little glutey stamp down things. Whilst, just in case that restaurant that we're applying to doesn't just hack it, that we have to be able to do an A position stamp down and hold both our plates above our head. Who knew? This waitress gig that that's just not gonna happen, is it? I mean, that one is actually a thing. This isn't a thing. This is actually a thing. Right. So if you've ever had wrist injuries, or if you're a strong man, if you're a powerlifter, if you're a high rocks person, or I've seen quite a lot of this for anything that rates in grip strength and you need it for quite a lot, this is quite good. So you're literally turning the kettlebell, and that is gradually coming up, and then you'll be releasing it out, and your forearms are going to get massively switched on, because we tend to train our grip not by doing this much positions, but we will be doing flexion extension through our wrist because we've got some musculature in our forearms. So this would actually do. We found 2 exercises, I think, 2 to 3 out of the 17,000 that she's been. Oh, of course, we always want to just release the elastic band to see if she'll fall off. On two Bosu balls, of course. Why not? He's confused. This industry baffles me. I mean, it looks fun. At least it's safe-ish. This is just a sissy squat, I think. I think she's just doing a sissy squat of sorts. Sissy squat eccentric, we'll call it that. Okay, obviously sissy squats are very biased on knees. You're trying to get your patellar tendons to get fired up. Probably a good thing for a lot of people to try and attempt them. This one, just a daft plank position, and then I don't mind the knees. I do a knees into stand jump position through some of my guys, so they get a rapid kind of concentric action, making sure their hips go up and make sure they get some quickness going on. They're actually quite fun. They're kind of I can't remember what I call them now. I don't understand. Off the Bosu ball is rather idiotic, because if you're going off one of those punch platforms, one of those trampettes or whatever they are, they generally don't have as much give in them. They kind of snap out, so you get that overspeed over kind of jump training that you're trying to get. So you get to elicit force, but you still put force down, and it comes back as an equal reaction. And if you don't have anything, you're still doing that. You're trying to either go a slightly deep tear and you'll explode out, or you're staying stiff and you'll explode out that way. Right? The Bosu ball takes the impact from you. That's what it's doing. It's like a safety thing. And so that force that you've put down into the floor kind of dissipates and doesn't come back into you, which is what you want it to. It goes off in other directions into the Bosu ball because of that elastic property. And you want it to come back into you for your tendons to get thicker and more elastic. So what do I know? Oh, they're back on the double Bosu ball. Just gets me every single time. Oof. Right, we managed to fit into one video, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna let that play through one more time for your enjoyment. Let's summarize this as absolutely bonkers. In a video, if you have clients, don't do this with them. If you have athletes, don't do any of this stuff. It's truly, truly baffling that this is the stuff that gets clicks, it gets views, it gets people asking questions about what they're doing, and I bet he's got a slightly fuller roster of clients who want to try and do this kind of crap with no results. So that's the simple thing. Training should be simple, done over a long period of time, and you give it some razzmatazz, of course you do, but once you've earned the right and you've managed to get strong enough to do these kind of things. But again, just the risk reward is not there. I want to know what sport she's playing. I want to know what battle she's going into, because wow, most people live at 40% of their potential, and I'm alright with that. We'll see you in the next video.